Miss Adkins?
Here.
Mr. Houston?
Here.
Mrs. McDaniel?
Here.
Mrs. Peterson?
Here.
Mr. Stoffer?
Here.
Mr. Wyledge?
Here.
Mrs. Sheffel?
Here. Can I get a motion to approve the November 2023 agenda?
So moved.
Second. Any discussion? Vote, please.
Miss Adkins?
Yes.
Mr. Houston?
Yes.
Mrs. McDaniel?
Yes.
Mrs. Peterson?
Yes.
Mr. Stoffer?
Yes.
Mr. Wyledge?
Yes.
Mrs. Sheffel?
Yes. Commendation and good news.
So we do have some guests here today. And Dr. Hartman, I'm going to have you pull up good things as well. So first of all, we're going to just go ahead the football team pop up here. So you guys come on up to this microphone here.
We don't bite.
I'll have you guys introduce yourselves real quick to the fine people in this room and the 6 other people that are watching online. So
6 other people.
I'm sure. How many we got watching online tonight?
Hundreds.
Nice. Okay. Not quite 6. All right. So go ahead and introduce yourself. Like maybe say your name, your grade, what position you played, and then maybe what your plans are for next year.
Garrett Rutledge, played left tackle and defensive tackle. I'm a senior, and I plan to play college football next year.
Nice. Have you made a decision yet on that?
Not yet.
Not yet.
I'm Curtis Whitty. I play wide receiver and free safety. I'm a senior, and next year I'm going to play football at Wayne State College in Nebraska.
The Wildcats.
My name's Owen Thomas. I'm a senior. I play linebacker and tight end, and I'm planning on attending Lindenwood University to play football.
Awesome.
Justin Cameron. I don't play any positions, but
You already played your positions.
I did.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not bad either, huh?
It was okay.
Yeah, it was okay. So you guys obviously won the state championship. That's awesome. You guys have been there 3 out of the 4 years, last 3 years. How many of you guys, how much experience, like starting experience, do you guys have?
I started since my sophomore year on both sides.
Yeah?
I started my junior year and then my senior
Okay.
year.
Junior, senior year.
So it's safe to say, like, you guys, like, I mean, that's why we're so good, right? It's because of you 3. It's like, yeah. No, very humble. That's one of the things that's awesome is they've done great job of leadership. Coach Camrad, can't speak highly enough of them. So also all 3 of these guys play basketball too. So did you guys have practice tonight?
We
Yeah.
just got done 30 minutes ago.
Nice, perfect.
All but one.
Yeah, I tore my shoulder. So.
It's surgery tomorrow.
Oh no!
Yeah.
When'd you tear your shoulder?
When did?
Yeah.
I think it was game 1, but I retweaked it game 7 again where it made me want to get it checked out. So
Oh.
yeah, tore my labrum
Jeez.
Yeah.
So when do you have surgery?
tomorrow morning.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Awesome. Who's your surgeon?
I could not tell you.
Oh, I'm going to orthopedic tomorrow too.
Yeah,
so.
It's Nebraska Orthos.
Is it? Okay. Well, I might have to have a rotator cuff surgery so we can be like surgery buddies.
Oh,
so.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. What was the coolest thing about like the last 3 years? Obviously, you guys have 2 state titles under your belt. So obviously, this one means a little more, being your senior year. But any cool memories you guys want to talk about real quick?
I mean, there was a lot of people that we got to meet. We got to create a lot of friendships with. I mean, that senior class, my sophomore year, my freshman year, our junior and senior year, we've had a lot of people and just creating a bunch of experiences with them that we'll share the rest of our life.
Awesome.
I was like Cameron was saying yesterday at the celebration, like he started when it was our 3rd grade, when we were in 3rd grade, so it's just been a huge family ever since, because we played when his son was, we played 3rd and 4th grade together, so it's just been a huge family, and we've kind of just grown it, and it's awesome where it is now.
And besides state championships, you guys also are the only LC team to win the 8th grade or win the Metro League, right?
7th grade.
7th grade.
grade.
Oh, not 8th grade?
Nah.
Oh, what
we got,
happened?
we got like 3rd.
Oh, man. That's all right. Can't win them all, huh?
Yep.
All right. Anything else you guys want to add?
No, obviously all 3 of these guys are our team captains, and for right reasons. They did everything right, and great leadership from these 3.
Awesome. Well, go get your coaching endorsements and come back in the future, okay?
Absolutely.
Awesome.
I just
Thanks,
want to
guys.
say congratulations to you guys. I lost my voice because of the game, so I learned a lesson. Lori, I need to learn some tricks from her, but
She's had usual
I thought it was
tricks.
so amazing to watch you guys play and my boys play on the Junior Titan program. So to the coaches and to all the guys, great job. It was so fun to watch you guys win.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, make sure you tell the whole team congratulations
Yeah.
from us. And I know I wasn't personally able to go to the game, but I sure did watch it on my little phone because I wasn't home either. So it was just really exciting to watch. And luckily, like 2 years ago, the lights went out when they won. And so this year is nice that that didn't happen, and it was a great game. So congratulations to you and the entire team.
Thank you.
All right, thanks for coming.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for having us.
All right, you guys can take a seat and wait for the rest of the meeting. No, I'm just joking. You guys can go. I was just thinking all these games that I went and watched. Like, this is my game tonight, you know. Figured you guys could stay and watch my game a little bit.
I think they're ignoring you.
Thought about it.
They're all leaving.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to watch me play. Okay,
Yeah.
I see. All right, next we have the Zoo Academy's up.
Thank you, first off, for giving us this opportunity to come talk to you. This just kind of shows, you saw the athletic side of things. Things are going awesome. This is a unique opportunity that only 1 or 2 schools in Iowa have. So we want to take the advantage of highlighting this opportunity for kids. One thing you may or may not know about it is that it does cost some money. So we really appreciate your support. When I talked to all 3 of these gals about coming up here and kind of explain the process to them and how it gets voted on and decided, they all said, we will absolutely be there. Like Aaron, I lost my voice too. I am not one to stay quiet during football games. That was tough for me, but I did lose that. Can you click 1 slide forward? Just a little bit about the program. It is at the Henry Dorley Zoo, and the idea behind it is it's kind of an alternative way for students to learn. It's primarily Papillion and OPS kids, but as I stated, there's 9 total districts involved, and Lewis Central is one of only 2 Iowa districts that are involved. The idea is they've got 2 pathways there. They kind of have the animal science pathway, where the kids get to do a lot of like zookeeping type things, which they're going to share with you because I don't have those experiences they do, or the conservation side. Most kids like the animal science route, but there's a few that do enjoy the conservation side. Lewis Central, I'm pretty sure this is our 5th year. Regan Swenson was our first student to go through the program. Ideally, students go in their junior year and are their junior, senior year, and they kind of travel through, and we pick up a new junior every year. During COVID, they had no one, so that kind of screwed up our rotation. And then we had a little debacle last year. That was this year. They selected 2 on accident, and then one of them ended up not going, but then they offered to pay for one for us since they screwed up. So we kind of have a freebie. That's why we have 3 this year, which is unique. So generally we will always have a junior and a senior in the program, and actually applications are almost due for the current sophomores to be juniors, and we had 9 interested this year, which is cool, for 1 spot. We don't get to pick them as Lewis Central, the Zoo Academy picks them. But it's a neat opportunity. So I've got with me senior Natalie Pope, senior, I call her B-Money, Brooklyn Garcia, and then junior Zoe Siegler. So I'm going to let them talk. They've got slides up there for their experiences. And then at the end, if they can answer any questions, and any questions they can't, I will try to. So, go ahead, ladies.
Hi, I'm Brooklyn Garcia. This is my 2nd year at Zoo Academy. I have learned a lot from my experience, like what I want to do and what I don't want to do. I've had multiple opportunities to shadow at different locations, like different vet clinics, doggy daycare, which I now work at, and the zoo hospital. At the zoo hospital, I got to help put fluids into a Talkin when he was down for a procedure, so that was really cool. And sometimes I got to touch some of the animals while they were under, so that was like, how many people can say they touched a red panda? Because I can.
Oh, that's awesome.
And we have a lot of hands-on experiences, and we go out and do things, and we actually get to leave the classroom and go look at the animals we're talking about and see just how it moves and everything. And it's interesting to compare the animals to humans and dive deeper into them and everything. And Zoo Academy it will it really looks good on like college transcripts and stuff. So.
I am next. So I'm Natalie. I'm also a senior and a second year. And so I focus more on like the classroom experience because my first year I didn't do any shadowing at all. So when you're in the classroom for the full year, you meet a lot of the people there, and so you make a lot of community. So I got 2 photos. One is me and my friend actually at a band competition. Since they're all local schools, you see each other at band competitions and other competitions, and it's great. And then the other one is every year they go on a trip to see the sandhill crane migration, and we took a stop and we built a snowbird and just a lot of fun memories and meeting a lot of people I never would have met, or any of us would have met, without Zoo Academy. And then there's also the hands-on learning. Like there's a class Intro to Research where you research a project and you write a bunch of paper things on it. I don't remember what they were at this point. And then you present to professionals during the Metropolitan Science and Engineering Fair. But you get a lot more hands-on experience than a lot of other classes you would take.
Okay, my name's Zoe. The thing I was mainly focusing on is the speakers that we get. So a couple of the speakers that we've had is the Save Giraffes Now program, which they talked about to us about mainly their plasma banks. So they're just saving young giraffes' lives with other giraffes' plasma. And then they also made a Disney Plus movie about them saving a giraffe off an island. And then we also got to talk to Dr. Parker, and then she is helping bird diseases in the Galapagos Islands, and then trying to figure out what those diseases are and how to prevent them from further hurting the birds.
Very cool. Is that the last slide?
Yeah.
Well, we have another one.
So what are some things you guys have learned that you like and that you don't like?
For the don't like side,
The grading schedule's not the same.
oh yeah, it's like my spring breaks didn't line up last year.
Yeah, that too.
That was kind of rough.
What are you all interested in doing after high school? Anything related to this program or different things, and this has just helped you learn?
So I wanted to be a vet, but now I want to be a zookeeper.
Oh,
I want to be a vet tech.
okay.
Very cool.
I'm not quite sure yet, but zookeeper's looking pretty cool.
So like a vet tech, like little animals or like lions?
Yeah, mainly household animals. And then
Okay.
I job shadow at clinics, so it's giving me more time
Oh.
to really think about that.
Very cool. You don't want to be a vet tech for a lion?
No.
No.
I'm good.
Leave that to the zookeepers, huh?
That's her job.
Yeah. So what area of the zoo, like what type of animals are your favorite?
I like the Gorilla Valley, and then I like to go to Asia and see the snow leopards.
Yeah.
I'm a big bird fan. I love all the birds there.
Oh,
I like the aquarium, the sharks.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. Any other
So
questions?
with this program, how often do you go? Is it a daily?
Yeah.
You go
Mhm.
over
We
it every
go-
day?
This year, they started doing full day, but typically you go for half of the day.
Okay.
Whether it's morning or in the afternoon, it's up to you.
Yeah. Usually what works best with your schedule.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Nebraska districts have the kids all day long, but they also teach their math and science and social studies through kind of the zoo lens, which is really cool. One of our, 5 years ago when we started this, one of the hurdles was figuring out how we're going to make credits work, because they're not on a credit, so there's a kind of a process there. And as we did that, we decided that we were gonna have them stay home and do their math and science and social studies in Iowa so that they can make it just a cleaner process that way. So they do half a day. Trimesters make it very difficult
That was my
to make it line up, but we make it work because it's a great experience. So.
It's worth it. It's worth
How
having.
do you Central get picked over like the Council of Schools or like Yes.
Well, we actually had a student who was extremely interested in it, and she came to me and said, how can we make this work? And I said, I don't know, let's find out. And we did a bunch of research and digging and some begging, and it's been a great program ever since. And it's $4,500, so it's a chunk of money. But again, they're there half the day too, so we look at it that way. We service them differently. I was going to wait till the end to share this, and Brooklyn's going to kill me for saying it. But this is one of those times when, as a board, this changed Brooklyn's life. Like, this has been huge for her, and the outlook on life and what she plans to do after high school. So this is just one of those moments where you're just like, it's worth every bit of it, all the work and all the extra attention. So. Not that it hasn't the others, but I know it's been very impactful.
Well, it's hands-on learning because, you know, at that age, you don't know what career you want to go into, and so it's something that's interesting, and absolutely, that's great. I know my daughter probably wished that she had it all those years ago, because she worked at the zoo every summer for, I think, like 4 summers. She worked at the zoo, but she was in concessions and things like that. I'm sure she would have rather have done that. Then she went to Iowa State and started taking animal classes and that. So yeah, I think it's great.
Amazing experience. And thank you for sharing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you so much.
All right.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you. You guys are free to
We're gonna go
leave.
the dance team preview show.
Oh,
Okay.
yes.
Are you dancing?
They got one thing on me during homecoming, and I was sore for weeks.
Thank you. Any other commendations and good news?
Yep, I have a good news slide.
Okay.
You have it just right. Good news. You have to go in. Nope. Go into your drive. Type good news. Just type good news. In that box. Right there. There you go.
There you go.
11.
Oh.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. Type in space. 11. Or go back. I saw it before. You typed too fast. Keep going back. Go back. Back. Keep going. Just go good news and then search. It's all great news. They're going to want to
That's right.
say most recent. If you go to the top, you can say most recent instead of most relevant. To the right. Here we go. Last modified. Well, there it is. Good news. Hold on one second. Oh, it's good things. Sorry. Oops. Good things.
Good things. Happening at LC,
There it is.
the 20th.
I really wanted Brian to be late for this game, so. There we go. Okay, here's some good things. This time of year, a lot of it's going to be activity related. So we have today tonight where they're running off to its state preview night. So our dance team's getting geared up for state. So they have a lot of local schools and dance, what do they call it? Studios are all performing tonight at our school. It's like a 2-hour long show. So hopefully we can get out of here and go down and enjoy a little bit of that, or get to a game. If you go to the next one, this is a picture of our state semifinal volleyball team. So they made it to state, made it to semifinals. If you watched it on TV, had a really, really good game. Went clear down to the end of the third set, and so our volleyball team. What's that? Or fifth set. Yep. Sorry, fifth set. Still like old school volleyball, I guess. But yeah, it was a very good game, and they really made us proud. If you go to the next one. Click on the next one.
I
Oh. Well, the next one shows, there we go. So we had a couple of girls recognized KMA. We had Brooke Larson. She was the KMA Offensive Player of the Year. And then we had, and then she was also the Hawkeye 10 Offensive Player and Setter of the Year. And then we had Anna Strohmeyer. She's a senior. Brooke was a junior. Anna Strohmeyer was a senior, and she was the Senior of the Year. So a couple great accomplishments. And then if you go down, our coach was the KMA Coach of the Year, so Mike Bond. And then we had a variety of events make the state meet. So I think there were 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 total events. Our 2 highest place finishers at state were Sydney Collins, who placed 11th in the 200 IM. And then we had the 200 medley, which was Lexi Starkavicius, Sydney Collins, Mia Hansen, and Kennedy Zenner. They got 15th, top 8 place at state. So we didn't have any place finishers, but still a lot of qualifiers. Next one we have is our obviously the 4A state football team. They were the champions. We have yet to see postseason awards there, so I would expect to get a few of those to come out. If you go to the next one, we had the cheer state competition. We had we had the second place. They got second place in the timeout cheer, and then they got sorry, I got my old notes there. We got 4th place in the stunt group. If you go to the next one, we had this is an academic related one. We've had this year we added that college and career readiness counselor through the iOS grant, and we hired Mr. Pat Nepple as our college and career readiness counselor, and he has done a great job of getting people to come in and present to our students. So a couple things. The reason for the counselor position is, number one, we need to make sure we're exposing kids to careers and opportunities after high school. So setting up college field trips, setting up internships, setting up job shadowing, bringing in speakers, and then making sure that kids have a plan to be able to get where they need to be. So this is kind of step 1 of our new college and career readiness plan. If you go to the next one. And I should move this up to the volleyball. So we actually had the American Volleyball Coaches Association announce its 3rd annual AVCA Best and Brightest Awards for Girl High School Senior Student Athletes. Anna Strohmeyer was a first team honor person, so that's a national award. She was one of 10 Iowans to receive the first team awards and one of 12 to be honored on any team. And then it's given to individual high school senior student athletes who excel both on and off the court. To be eligible for the award, you must have a GPA, at least 3.5 GPA, and then during your junior year and play in at least 50% of your varsity team sets during their senior season. So, so she one of 12 in the whole state on that, and then one of 10 first teamers. So that's amazing. If you go to the next one, this is our state cross country teams. Both teams qualified for state, I think for the first time ever. We had both teams qualify. The boys finished 3rd, and Ethan Eichhorn got 2nd place, and the girls cross country finished in 13th place as a team. So that was amazing. Coach Taylor May was the KMA Coach of the Year. So if you're keeping track, that's, so far 2 out of the 3 major fall sports we have the Coach of the Year. And then we have our dance team. They'll have state later this week, or it's next week they have state. And we did have, obviously our team will go, and then we had one individual qualifier who is Addison Schmidt. So she'll qualify, she'll perform at state. So that's kind of, I'm not sure that there's a school across the state who has had as much extracurricular success this year so far as Lewis Central. So I think every sport has qualified for state as a team and as individuals. We've won the majority of our fine art competitions. I mean, it's just been an amazing year so far. So we'll try to keep it going through the winter season.
Definitely. Congratulations to them all and the coaches, and we got good kids here.
And I imagine,
Excel.
I imagine that Coach Camrat will be in the running for the KMA Football Coach of the Year. And if that's the case, we would have a clean sweep of the KMA coaches of the
Okay.
year. So, and I'll tell you, it's a lot of hours, a lot of time, a lot of dedication. So,
Absolutely.
what's that?
So I'm pretty sure I read online earlier that, an LC alum who now is our
Oh,
coach
did
at
Preston get it? Oh, man. But we won.
Is that
Ryan Yes.
Morrison?
Oh, okay. Well, an LC alum got the Coach of the Year. That's right. We won state, so that's okay. We'll take it.
That's right. That's right.
Congratulations to the alum, though.
My wife's from Creston, so I hear all the news for that.
Okay. All right, any other commendation and good news? All right, we'll then go on to comments and suggestions. This is the first time during our board agenda that anyone in the audience or anyone online, if they would like to type something in, can address the board. Hearing none, we'll go on to our consent agenda. Can I get a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Do we have an updated personnel sheet?
No changes.
No changes in personnel sheet? Is there any discussion? Vote, please.
Mr. Houston?
Yes.
Mrs. McDaniel?
Yes.
Mrs. Peterson?
Yes.
Mr. Stoffer?
Yes.
Mr. Wyledge?
Yes.
Miss Adkins?
Yes.
Mrs. Shepherd?
Yes. Report 6.01, superintendent report.
Excuse me. So just have a couple things. Number one, first of all, we did have a vote. After our last meeting, we had a vote the next day. The bond referendum did not pass, contrary to what the news stations were reporting. We needed 60% of the vote, had about 51.5% for the first one, 48.5% for the second one. Needed 60% in both of them in order to pass. We did not, so now we're kind of in what's next phase. So we're not going to cry over spilled milk. We're going to fill the cup back up and get going and make sure that we're doing what's best for kids. We're going to have to alter our plan, and eventually we'll be back to the table here and trying to figure out what do we do moving forward. But tonight's not that. It's basically just to acknowledge to the community we didn't get it. We'll come up with Plan B, and we'll be better for it. So we'll continue to move forward. Because at the end of the day, it's not about us. It's all about what's best for students and for children in our community. Along with voting, we did have a board vote. I want to congratulate Mr. Tim Wright and Mr. Alex Sorensen for getting the needed votes to, and then also, Mrs. Adkins were the three top vote getters for the 4-year terms. And then for this 2-year term, it was a write-in campaign, and Mr. Sorensen actually got the 2-year term as well. So after I've talked with Mr. Sorensen, I'm pretty sure he's taken the 4-year term. So how it works in Iowa is it doesn't go to the next person. It goes to the top vote getter, and he'll choose the 4-year term. The 2-year term then becomes a vacated seat. It doesn't go to the next person. So which means that the board, after tonight, or after the new board gets, not tonight, but the new board gets sworn in on December 4th. After the new board is sworn in on December 4th, we will then announce that we'll have to do we'll take applications, because that's what we've done in the past. Take applications for the vacated seat, and then they'll turn in the applications. There will be interviews, and then the board will appoint somebody for that 2-year term. So just a reminder, December 4th was the last board meeting for this board. We'll start the meeting, we'll have a short meeting, we'll do a board reflection, and then we'll adjourn this group of individuals. We'll bring on Tim and Alec, and at that point we'll have a vacated seat, and then swear them in, We'll do the organizational meeting where we talk about president, vice president, committees, et cetera. And then announce after that that we'll take applications, so people who are thinking about it can start kind of that process. So, and then on December 18th would be the night that you would interview prospective board members and then make your decision. So that person would then presumably join us that night. So then we move forward. Any questions about that process? That was all new. It was so new to the county auditor that she had to call the Secretary of State to determine what to do. So, so we just finished the end of first trimester last week. Today was the first day, and I was at the high school, and it was kind of funny because we had so many kids kind of just like going in the wrong rooms and wrong areas. So, so that was very interesting. We do have, I will also bring on December 18th, so the new board right away will have an opportunity to take a look at the calendar. So I'll have a proposal for the 2024-25 calendar and the 2025-26 calendar. You guys will look over those calendars, and then we'll have a board hearing and an approval the first meeting in January, so we can get those approved and out. So, so that way we have those done. And then I just had a meeting today with Shive Hattery, just talking about facilities. We do have a new facility committee, so we're going to make sure that we continue to move forward and get input and make sure that we're making the most of the money that we have and continuing to kind of plug holes until we're able to solve issues on a greater scale. So, like I said, I'm just filling that cup back up. So, any questions regarding any of that? Nope. All right. Sounds good.
All right. We'll go then to our discussion items. 7.01, request for SBRC modified supplemental amount for increased enrollment.
So when we get, we have students that we are serving this year that we technically didn't get any money for. So because funding is always a year in the rear. So, so the students we're serving this year based on last year's enrollment. So whenever we get more students the next year, they allow us like a certain percentage to be able to request that money back. So this year we can get back about $128,268 due to the new open enrollment for this year. And then I'll kind of just talk about all three of these. So then 702 is the open enrollment out, not on prior year's head count. So just like the students that we have coming in, when we have students who are these numbers correct or are they reversed?
No, they're correct.
They're
The
correct?
first one is the increase in enrollment for, we had a 16.8 FTE students
Okay.
served in the district. And then this is for the increase for open enrolled out, not on the prior year's head count.
Okay, so same thing, we have to send that money out. So it was $413 we'll request to be able to send out of open enrollment. And then we have, so this is limited English proficiency, so we had, we can request about almost $52,000 for students who have exceeded the 5 years of waiting that are included on the head counts. This is the English language learners, so.
Okay, so that was for 7.01, 7.02, and 7.03.
Correct.
All that information is on this one page. So is there any questions on 7.01 for the increase of certified enrollment for the prior year? Any questions on 7.02, open enrollment out, not on prior year's head count? And then 7.03, the limited English proficient instruction beyond the 5 years.
Could you expand on the 5 years of waiting and what that means?
So the first 5 years, we are given the weighting for them in our counts. The second, after beyond the 5 years, if we are still servicing them, we are given MSA through this process.
So their thought is within 5 years, they should be English proficient. So if there's not, we have to request the funding, so.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Okay, any other questions on those three? All right, we'll go then to 7.04, tractor purchase.
So this was something that maintenance actually wanted to purchase this summer, and I told them, and they were, as they were doing a lot of projects, tree removal, moving stuff around. They're looking at snow removal this winter. They were looking at just getting a tractor to be able to help them, so they didn't have to, so they could have some help with it. Especially when they're down as many maintenance guys as they are, equipment helps out. So. I told them, I said, you need to hold off until we find out what's happening with the bond. This is still within their, I did cut, when the bond didn't pass, I did cut their maintenance equipment budget. And I said, you guys need to determine what it is you guys still feel like you need to fit in here. So this was something that they still wanted to proceed with. It's just, they went through a governance contract for it. It's here in town. It's from that LDI. So it's $30,070.58. It's a Kubota tractor with loader bucket, and that's kind of the whole spiel. I guess there's some attachments you can get for it later on to help with things like snow removal and stuff. They're not getting any of those attachments right away. They just need basically the loader bucket and the forks and that kind of stuff.
Could you price that a snow blower for it?
Yeah, there's snow blowers for it and that kind of stuff too. I think that would be the next thing they want to get. So, but I think they're trying to, because they typically have a $150,000 budget, but I took 50 of it away when the bond didn't pass. So now they got to figure out what they can fit within $100,000. So, and like I said, that's not for maintenance, that's for maintenance equipment. So everybody I kind of have to steal from little chunks here and there in order to make projects work. So,
Well, as far as, the loader's gonna be great.
Yeah.
It'll be nice to have, but for winter time, and the amount of man hours, just, could you price out a snow blower?
yeah, I'll make sure they do that.
Please?
I'm sure they already have that
Okay.
priced out somewhere. So,
All right.
yeah.
Any other questions? All right, 7.05, real estate discussion per Iowa code. We have the Iowa code on here. We are allowed to go into closed session to discuss real estate. So with that, can I get a motion to go into closed session?
So moved. Second.
Any discussion? Vote, please.
Mrs. McDaniel?
Yes.
Mrs. Peterson?
Yes.
Mr. Stoffer?
Yes.
Mr. Wyledge?
Yes.
Ms. Adkins?
Yes.
Mr. Houston?
Yes.
Mrs. Sheffel?
Yes. So
And
we'll
it-
ask people in the audience to step out, and we'll This is the second time during our agenda that anyone can, in the audience or anyone listening online can address the board.
I will.
Okay, if you'd state your name.
Greg Sturm.
Uh-huh.
A question, and it goes back to the tractor purchase. You had mentioned to get a snow blower. Is there a specific area that you're looking at a snow blower for?
Mainly the sidewalks. I'm not sure how big a tractor it is, but mainly the sidewalks for reducing man hours on the walks.
Well, I will give you experience of plowing a school district. In Omaha, I used to plow Millard Public Schools, and a snow blower would be probably one of the worst things you could possibly buy.
Really?
If anything, a snow blower relies on a smooth surface to use. And as we know, our parking lots aren't the smoothest. They're very slow, just very inefficient, and they're high maintenance. If anything, like you said, I don't know how big a tractor you're looking at buying. I would recommend looking at a snow pusher. You can get them, if it's a small tractor, you can get them 8 foot wide, and I used to have them up to 30 feet wide.
Is that just like a blade? Is that what that is?
It's just
Okay.
one large blade. Now, on a 30-foot blade, I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna have a Komatsu 500 loader.
Oh.
You know, that's not gonna happen, but I could plow 2 Millard High Schools and 2 of their elementary schools in 2 hours.
Well, the pushers are the one that's a V-type that have they actually use an old tire, they use a tire?
It's not a V, it's just one straight blade. Like I said, the smallest ones that I had were 14 feet wide. They were 14 feet wide, stood 30 inches tall. The largest ones were 30 feet wide and 50 inches tall. And then they also have a rubber cutting edge on the bottom. So when you hit a crack or something in your pavement or concrete that is already torn up, it won't continue to peel it. And then once the snow starts melting, if you have dips and stuff in your parking lots, they can actually grab it. It hooks up within, literally the blade or the plow, the bucket of the tractor literally drives right in behind it, picks it up, it can drop it, and it can actually squeegee the whole lot.
Oh, wow.
So, little food for thought.
I've seen them, they work.
They do work, yeah. You look at Home Depot, you know, like I said, I can tell you I was the first one in this area that went to New York, and I went and bought them. I bought 3 semi-loads of them. So,
Okay.
little food for thought.
All right.
No, that's great.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
it looks like, I don't even know if they do have snow blowers, but they also have blades. They have front blades and rear blades. I don't know what the rear blades are for, but,
Well, they can look into that
yeah.
then.
Yep.
All right, thank you. We'll go on then to our action items. 9.01, request for SBRC modified supplement amount for increased enrollment.
Madam President,
Mr. Houston.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the district's administration to submit a request to the School Budget Review Committee for a modified supplemental amount of $128,268 due to an increase in certified enrollment from the prior year.
Second.
Any discussion? Vote, please.
Mrs. Peterson?
Yes.
Mr. Stoffer?
Yes.
Mr. Weidlich?
Yes.
Ms. Adkins?
Yes.
Mr. Houston?
Yes.
Mrs. McDaniel?
Yes.
Mrs. Shepherd?
Yes. 9.02, request for SBRC modified supplemental amount for open enrollment out, not on prior year's head count.
Madam President,
Mr. Houston.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the district's administration to submit a request to the School Budget Review Committee for a modified supplemental amount of $413,406.56 for open enrolled out students who are not included on the district's previous year's certified enrollment count.
Second.
Any discussion? Vote, please.
Mr. Stoffer?
Yes.
Mr. Wyledge?
Yes.
Ms. Adkins?
Yes.
Mr. Houston?
Yes.
Mrs. McDaniel?
Yes.
Mrs. Peterson?
Yes.
Mrs. Sheffel?
Yes. 9.03, request for SBRC modified supplement amount for limited English proficient LAP instruction beyond 5 years.
Madam President,
Mr. Houston.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the district's administration to submit a request to the School Budget Review Committee for the modified supplemental amount of $51,994.35 related to the English Language Learning Program for students who have exceeded 5 years of waiting and that are included on the fall 2023 certified enrollment head count.
Second.
Any discussion? Vote, please.
Mr. Wyledge?
Yes.
Ms. Adkins?
Yes.
Mr. Houston?
Yes.
Mrs. McDaniel?
Yes.
Mrs. Peterson?
Yes.
Mr. Stoffer?
Yes.
Mrs. Sheffel?
Yes. 9.04, tractor purchase.
Madam President,
Mr. Houston.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the purchase of the tractor from LDI for the amount of $30,075.58.
Second.
Any discussion? Vote, please.
Ms. Adkins?
Yes.
Mr. Houston?
Yes.
Mrs. McDaniel?
Yes.
Mrs. Peterson?
Yes.
Mr. Stoffer?
Yes.
Mr. Wyledge?
Yes.
Mrs. Sheffel?
Yes. Items of interest, future board meetings. Our next board meeting will be December 4th for our current board and then also for our new board. And beginning at 6:30, and it will be our organizational board meeting. Anything else?
No, not that I can think of.
Okay.
I unfortunately will not be able to be at that meeting.
You won't be here?
No,
Okay.
sadly.
Okay. You can make a note of that.
And then, did someone not sign?
I haven't, I didn't have a pen, so I
Okay.
passed it.
Okay. Anything else? Can I get a motion to adjourn?
So moved. Voice
Second.
comes back.
Second? All in favor, say aye. Aye, opposed?
Are you not
can
coming?
stay.
The next meeting?
Well, thank you for coming.
I don't have to do anything, all right.